Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Week 2 of the NFL is right around the corner. Not going to lie, week 1 was a little chaotic. Some injuries.
A little.
Some injuries, some upsets, some blowouts. As it stands, Brett and I are close. Brett being at 7-9-1, myself being at 9-7-1. I'm really upset that off the first week we had a tie via the spread. That really upsets me. I didn't want that to happen already because there's no winning in that situation. There literally isn't. But we can do a quick recap. The teams that got a win last week on the AFC side, Miami, New England, and Buffalo all winning. The Jets, the only team in their division that didn't get a win. Kansas City and the Chargers getting some wins. Pittsburgh being the only team in the North to get a dub. And Houston, the only team in the South to get a dub. On the NFC side, Philly and Dallas holding it down. San Francisco and Seattle holding it down. Minnesota and Detroit holding it down. And Chicago, actually. They also got it.
Chicago
Yeah, that's
also,
right. They
yeah.
got it. They shouldn't have.
Green
They shouldn't
Bay is
have.
the only one that lost.
Chicago should have. Caleb Williams kind of played like shit, but we'll talk about it. And New Orleans and Tampa Bay holding it down. So no completely winning divisions, no completely losing divisions. We'll talk a little bit more about each team as we go, but that's just to acknowledge who is still undefeated, so to speak. It had to be half the league. That's just how it works out after week 1. Be crazy if we had a weird number. But
a tie.
A tie. But then they're still undefeated.
It's true.
Well, they're just not perfect.
Well, then couldn't you technically have more?
You could
undefeated.
You could.
Undefeated.
Yeah, you just can't have less than 16 after week 1. Anyway, this game right here, we're going to lose one of our undefeated teams more than likely, as the Buffalo Bills head to division rival Miami Dolphins for Thursday night football. And the Bills are getting 2.5 according to DraftKings. How you feel about that?
So I almost feel like that spread is made not thinking about like the depth chart, because right now, Miami's hurting.
Yeah.
They don't really have a running back. Could lead to a problem.
Could.
But they still have their stars. At the end of the day, stars shine.
It's true.
I think the Bills look pretty good for like not being what people expect. Like people were expecting them to be this year.
I am of mixed opinions when it comes to that, because did they look bad? No. But they played the Cardinals. They shouldn't look bad. They should have looked like gods, and they almost lost. And that's what's got me nervous. Now, I get Miami almost lost to Jacksonville, but people are talking about Jacksonville as a team that we're supposed to be keeping our eye on. No one's keeping their eye on Arizona.
Here's the thing, man. I feel like they've been talking about Jacksonville as a team to keep their eye on
for too long.
And they've still, way too long.
I agree.
Cardinals, we understand, haven't been great. I think a lot of that is like coaching, but the Cardinals have some like playmakers on their team.
I mean, their defense does. I don't know if they've got a lot. I mean, Kyler Murray led in rushing last week.
Their running back? Anyway, maybe we're getting way too deep into the teams that lost and not these teams, but yeah, I'm kind of at a toss up with this one.
It's
and
tough.
I'm thinking, I think this game could go either way.
Absolutely.
Which leads me to kind of err on the side of the spread. Because realistically, they both played shit teams, which, like you said, probably led to why certain moments looked like highlight reel moments.
Right. I would love if this spread was a point higher. If this spread was a 3.5, I'd feel so happy taking Buffalo on that. But at 2.5, that means they lose by a field goal. They still lose in the spread.
Yeah.
And that's what's got me worried, because Buffalo does tend to play like shit in Miami. Because Miami just can't play in the cold.
Buffalo does like to make games super close, though.
Yeah, but 2.5 close? I don't know.
It could be a 1-point game.
It could. This is tough. This is a hard one.
Should we just have our first split? I think I'm gonna go with Bills. I'm just gonna err on the side of Bills.
I respect that, and I think
if the Dolphins had even their second string running back as not questionable, I'd feel more confident in going that direction.
I think I'm inclined to agree with you. Pretty much for the same reason you said. At the end of the day, this game could go either way. It's going to be super close, I feel like. And at the point that it's so hard to decide who's going to win the game, ignoring a spread, it's just smart to take the team getting the free points. So I'm going to take Buffalo too. I don't feel good about it.
No.
I just want to establish that.
Can't really feel that great about it. But it is what it is.
Yeah, let's move on.
I guess that means it's time to move on.
Yeah.
We have 2 more winning teams. Another team is about to lose their undefeated streak.
Theoretically, unless there's a tie.
Yeah. We have the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep.
Heading to Minnesota.
Face
off against the Vikings.
Vikings getting 5.5 at home. It's not enough.
I don't think that's enough. Personally, I don't think that's enough. Kudos to the Vikings coming away with a win, though.
Yeah, I mean, who did they play again?
I don't remember. They played
Atlanta, I think. No, the Giants. No, fuck that. Not kudos to them. Fuck that. No, fuck that. Daniel Jones is maybe the worst quarterback in this fucking league. Fuck that. No kudos to them. Daniel Jones.
I'm just saying, because like they have Sam Darnold, right? And it's like,
I don't care.
Most people wouldn't expect, a Vikings team with Sam Darnold to win a game.
Daniel Jones threw more touchdowns to the fucking Vikings than Sam Darnold did.
So this isn't, I'm not going to dive too into this, but viewers, if you're watching, you want to see some funny shit, go watch footage of the Giants, back office room when they're talking about Saquon and whether or not they should keep them.
Hard Knocks.
What is that from Hard Knocks?
It's Hard Knocks.
It's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen, because it's just stupid. It's just stupid.
It is. The fact that they didn't throw fucking back an entire dump truck worth of money up to his fucking front door is insane.
But yeah, in this game, taking San Francisco.
Already put the check marks. It's not even a fucking
All right, cool,
conversation.
cool, cool,
Let's
cool. So
just
we can
move
move on.
on. Yeah, let's
Move on.
just. Another double winning team game. We got Seattle heading to New England. That's a Super Bowl rematch from about 10 years ago. New England, the home underdog, getting 3.5.
Yeah. Who did they just play?
New England
They
just
just
beat
played the Bengals,
Cincy.
right?
Yeah, they beat Cincy.
Yeah. Um. So quick talk about that game. Are we more so giving kudos to the
No,
Patriots for
no.
beating the
The
Bengals,
Bengals.
or
I said it. I said it last week, and I should have stuck to my gut. Cincinnati plays like shit every year in the first week.
they played really bad? Like
Every
super
year they
bad.
play like shit in the beginning, but that's not sitting here saying that the Patriots played well. Jacoby made barely over 50% of his throws. He only had 120 yards. He had no touchdowns. Uh, no, it's not a kudos to them. It's a fuck you, Cincinnati, for being so bad in week one.
It was really bad. Um, I'm thinking Seattle. I'm sure you are as well. Uh, what'd you say the spread was again?
Uh, Seattle at New England. New England plus 3.5.
Yeah, I can see Seattle winning this more than 3.5. Um, I'm not aware of any notable injuries or absences for either team.
No,
Um,
nor am
not to
I.
say that there aren't, but yeah, no, I'm going with the Seahawks here.
As am I.
Um,
I don't think that there's much that would
yeah.
dissuade me from that.
Um, and then Washington for the next one. I don't care what the spread is personally.
Um, Washington getting points.
Yeah, let's go with Washington. You're going with Washington as well. I don't
Um,
think we're splitting on this one.
no. Washington getting a point and a half at home against the Giants. I'm gonna take Washington for sure.
Okay, cool. I just didn't want to waste more time on the Giants.
Facts. I mean, every fan's already wasting their time right now.
Facts. All right. A potentially real game. We have the Chargers going to the Carolinas face off against the Panthers.
We're not gonna actually sit here and pretend this is potentially a real game, are we?
Oh man, well, what's the spread? What's the spread like?
Does it
Like maybe
does it matter?
not really.
Carolina
Um,
plus 6.
cool. All right, so we both picked the Chargers. Next game. Mm.
Um,
Mm.
yeah. Next game, um, we got New Orleans, who was kind of putting in that work.
Yeah.
You know, they were kind of putting in that work. They're going up against Dallas, who was also kind of putting in that work.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, let's call it like it was. These were the two most dominant teams in week one. I would say that. New Orleans slaughtered in week one. What was the final score? 47-10.
That's pretty rough.
And Dallas, the score doesn't say it as much at 33 to
Play again?
17. Dallas, who? New Orleans? New Orleans
Yeah.
played Carolina. Dallas, the score doesn't say it as much, 33-17, but that 17 was late. Dallas stopped really trying to make big plays. This game was over in the fourth quarter, like early in the fourth. Very dominant for both of these teams. New Orleans getting 6, which is a lot. I'm not going to say that's not a lot. I don't think it's enough. I think that New Orleans had a great week 1 against a really, really bad team, but I don't think that they are going to have as crazy of an offense against what has to be considered a top 3 defense in the league. And
could something similar be said in reverse, though? I mean,
I don't think so, because most people considered Cleveland to be the best defense in the league, and Dallas drove it down their throat.
What I'm saying is, like, y'all's defense ripped apart what was a pretty piss poor offense.
Yeah, but I don't think New Orleans' offense is very good. I think it might be better than Cleveland's, but I know Cleveland's defense is better than New Orleans. Who's got the better offense? There's a conversation to be had here and there.
You said 6 points?
6 points for New Orleans. I don't think that's enough.
I think if it was 7, like if it was a touchdown, I might consider it, but y'all's defense is
stacked.
Out. So yeah, I'm also going Cowboys.
Okay. All right. What we got up next?
Next we have the Indianapolis Colts heading to one of my favorite places, Green Bay. And
Green Bay's getting 3 points.
So I don't think that's enough. Very confident in Green Bay as a team. The problem is we're probably not going to have a quarterback this game. As much as I want them to win, Malik Willis is brand new to the team. I think they understand, that this game very well might be a loss. Obviously, we're hoping for a win.
Sure.
Obviously,
sure.
You don't not try. But I saw what the Colts did, and I don't know. I could just be in the wrong circle. I don't feel like the Colts got enough credit for how toe-to-toe they went with the Texans. They did lose, but the Colts showed out. I saw everything I needed to see. I don't know about you.
So I'm looking at the stat line. And this performance don't look great to me. So just as a stat line, Anthony Richardson, 9 for 19, meaning he went less than 50% completion. 212, that's not bad. 2 TDs, that's not bad. 1 pick. But here's the thing. When I look at that 9 completions out of 19 throws, that's rough. And then I see that 212, I'm like, damn, he was slinging it though. But then I see that Alec Pierce only had 3 receptions for 125 of those yards, and that tells me one of Anthony Richardson's passes went the fucking distance, and 8 of his passes added up to less than the rest of them. And I don't know, that just doesn't scream success to me. I think in a situation like this, the Colts play hard against the Texans because it's a divisional game. They had a lot to prove.
Maybe I suppose I didn't take the fact that it is divisional into it, which division games like
they always play harder.
Yeah.
But I think if Love was healthy, this would be a fucking slaughter.
I would give this to Green Bay handedly.
But with Love being out, I think CJ Stroud looks like Patrick Mahomes in comparison to Malik Willis.
Yeah. The way I foresee this game going, right? The first half, both offenses just struggle because Green Bay's defense, they don't play around. It's going to be tough to score on that defense, as in my opinion. But they're going to get gassed. I think they're going to get gassed super fast.
I I also I agree with you defense wise. Green Bay don't fuck around, but I think the one weakness Green Bay has in defense is the run game. Not like a weakness, but that's their weak spot in comparison to their pass defense. And I worry that with them being on the field as much as they're going to be on there, Joe Mixon's going to tear them up. Like Saquon tore them up, and y'all's offense was on the field for half the game. Now, I'm not saying
Yeah.
Joe Mixon's a Saquon Barkley. I'm not saying
I
that.
was impressed in their ability to lock Hurts down, but it's like it was almost like they had to pick. We either lock down the quarterback from running, or we try to go up against the running back, and it didn't go great.
Yeah, but time of possession wise, I'm looking at it right now. It was about a 5 minute difference, 4.5 minute. So they did hold the ball a little bit longer, but your team was still able to stay on the field quite a bit. I don't know if I see y'all having more than 15 to 18 minutes of possession in this game.
Unless there's some crazy turnovers.
Yeah, unless there's crazy turnovers, because
Yeah.
y'all don't
Um,
have the run game right now, and you just lost the pass game right now. So I think if this was a healthy Green Bay, it's a different story. I don't think the Colts are all that right now. I think that they're being fairly rated, but they caught a break with the Love injury.
we'll see. I liked a lot of the stuff I saw from the Colts. Um, but either way, both
Yeah.
going Colts on this one.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Let's
Moving
move
on.
on. Yep. So now we got uh two losing teams from last week as the Cleveland Browns head to Jacksonville. Cleveland getting 3 points.
So I think I said this last time. Until I see something from Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, man, like he
There-
just I feel like
He
ever since he left Houston, he's been fucking rough.
yeah. Like he doesn't look the same. Like he doesn't look like he's playing the same. He looks un, like really unaware. Honestly, he kind of looks like Russell Wilson did when he first left.
Yeah, but the problem is Deshaun's been gone for 3 years.
I know.
I think the fact that he didn't play for 2 years really fucked up his brain for the game.
It seems like it didn't help. And I think that's what a lot of people are talking about right now. It's like he looks like he doesn't have a mind for it anymore. Um
Which really has got to be hurtful to the Cleveland culture because they gave up their future for this. And now they got to sit here and watch as Baker goes and slings it in Tampa.
Yep.
And we'll get to that in a couple games.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm taking Jacksonville here until we see more.
Also taking Jacksonville.
But
yeah.
I will say I need to see more from Jacksonville for me to be willing to take them against damn near anyone else.
Real team
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. But let's move
next
on.
Up, we have Aaron Rodgers and the Jets going to face off against the Tennessee Titans. So
the Titans are getting 3.5 at home.
I think that's fair that they're rated as the underdogs here.
I do too. I liked a lot of what I saw from the Jets on Monday.
It was you could tell that there were things that just weren't clicking with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's probably a combination of this is the first game in 2 years that they've been whole as a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Might take a little bit. I don't think Aaron Rodgers played horribly. It seemed like there was some communication issues out there.
And that'll all iron itself out. I mean, it has
Yeah,
been 20 months since Aaron Rodgers really played football.
exactly. Not to mention there's a lot of youngness on that team as well.
Yep.
It'll take some
It'll
time.
take some
I
time.
think the Titans are probably that game that they start to get that thing. They start to figure stuff out.
There's also some controversy. I don't know if you heard the controversy about the game from Monday, but apparently so McCaffrey didn't play, right? But it was like a
Yeah,
last minute thing that he didn't play. But in a post game interview, they were talking to his backup and asked him when did you find out you were going to be starting this week? And he said, I think it was like Friday or Saturday, something like that. Which, if that's the case, there's an issue because that means San Francisco didn't report it.
mm,
And you're supposed to report injuries so that the other teams know who they're scouting for.
right.
Because if you spend your whole day prepping for McCaffrey and then McCaffrey's not playing, that their entire game plan changes without McCaffrey. So there's some controversy going on. Now, I don't know how much that really mattered, but
It might not have impacted things that much. San Francisco was still a dominant football team
yeah.
in the league. And everything we just said with the Jets, I think all applies.
But I do agree. I think this
I think
week they kind
I
of
think
get
the
it
Titans
together.
are still trying to figure things out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think this game is theirs. I'm going with the Jets.
I
I
also am going
think
to go
that
with the Jets. Especially since the Titans just lost to the Browns and the Browns played like shit. The Titans won that game for the Browns. I think yeah, I can't see a world where the Titans can beat the Jets right now cuz I think the Jets are better than Browns. Or the Bears, I mean. I think the Jets are way better than the Bears right now. So I'm definitely taking the Jets. All right, so moving on.
he was talking about the Bears, not the
I
Browns.
was talking about the Bears the whole time. The Bears played like shit. So,
Yes, we'll get to that.
yeah. So, moving on, we got Tampa Bay heading into Detroit in what I think could be a real good game.
If you would have told me this before last week, I might have disagreed with you. But after what I saw, Baker's back, baby.
Yeah, I
He's
mean, he was
Baker's back.
slinging
He,
24
yeah,
for 30,
yeah.
289, 4 touchdowns. Is Now, I get it was against Washington.
Sure.
I
But
get it. But still.
come on, man.
But still. Here's the
Baker's
thing.
back.
They're giving Tampa 7.5.
7.5?
According to DraftKings, let me double check. Let me double check. Let me hit that discount double check. Tampa Bay, Detroit. Detroit minus 7.5.
All right, look.
That's crazy. I'm taking Tampa. I think. Do I think Detroit probably wins this game?
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
But could Tampa win? Maybe. Do they keep it within 7.5?
Most
Probably.
Likely. Most likely. Yeah.
7.5 feels like so much. I was thinking 4.
Yeah, 4. I probably would have picked Detroit then, though.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
I probably would have picked Detroit. But Tampa Bay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders.
The Raiders
Heading into Baltimore. Face off against the Raiders. What's that spread looking like?
It's a lot.
How much is a lot?
It's
Though?
the biggest spread of the week.
Ugh. Ugh.
Las Vegas getting 8.5.
Okay. We're not in double digits.
No.
That's good.
That's
That's
good.
good.
That's good.
I don't think it's enough. I think I gotta go Ravens on this one.
I also don't think it's enough. The Raiders played like fucking shit. And the Baltimore Ravens are in most people's top 5 teams in the league right now.
Yeah. They had a battle with Kansas City
and the referees.
And the referee, dude, the referees ruined a good game.
They did. The fucking illegal formation calls and I've gone back and watched some of this shit. The illegal formation calls on the Ravens is crazy when Kansas City was lined up worse than Baltimore was. Now, I will say, the end of that game, that wasn't on the refs. He was out.
He was. I have seen a lot of memes suggesting otherwise, but you can't touch the white line. Like
right.
That is out.
Did you see what Patrick Mahomes said about that catch?
No, what did you say about that catch?
He said that he thought the catch was real good. And, he thought for sure he was in. And he's like, all I can say is I'm sure we'll see Baltimore again later this year, talking about the playoffs. And he was like, and if he's smart, next time he'll wear white shoes. He's right.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to know if you're out of bounds if you're wearing white shoes.
I saw a video where someone was actively writing the script as the guy caught the ball, and it like shifted his body over out of bounds. Like, what? I was in.
And then I think I saw the same thing because then he was like tiptoeing back. He was like sitting there tiptoeing on the line until he finally fell forward. Yeah.
Oh man. But no, I'm going Baltimore. I thought they played great.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited to see that rematch from week 1.
Because I do think they both make the playoffs, and I do think they will meet again in the playoffs. I am excited to watch that again. Honestly, I would love to see it in Baltimore instead of in Kansas City. Yeah. I feel like the atmosphere would be mad different.
So the next game.
The next game. The next game is the Rams heading over to the Cardinals. Yeah. I gotta know, what would you say the spread should be here?
Should be.
What should the spread be?
Like to make it even?
To make it fair.
Make it fair. All right. I would say to make it fair. Honestly, the Cardinals would probably need to get 10. Now, I know that that's not possible because you already told me we met the highest spread.
We did.
So
you also picked the wrong team getting points. Because the Rams are getting +1.
Wait a minute. No, there's no insane injury. Okay. Did something happen?
I was sitting here when I saw this. I'm like, did Tom Brady come out of retirement and sign with the Cardinals? What did I miss?
Yeah.
What did I miss? Why? Why?
No. I'm not. All right, Cardinals. Anything? No, that's saying that they need to fix their defense. Okay. It's saying that they basically had a meltdown against the Bills.
CBS Sports has the Cardinals at -1.5. DraftKings has the Cardinals at -1. Injury report. Am I missing something on the injury report?
Puka Nakua got hurt in the game.
Oh yeah, I
but
think I remember Puka got put on
he's not-
IR.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, that might explain why he's not actually listed.
Yeah, I
in
think
the
Puka got
injury
put on
report.
IR.
But Puka's not the only part of their offense.
Yeah, Puka will miss at least 4 games, placed on IR.
All right, look.
I don't care.
So what's the spread?
Los Angeles +1.
Okay. 1, taking LA.
Already put our check marks there for you.
2, should we go bet on this game?
I almost want to.
Which site is this?
I'm
I don't
using.
mean to do this in the middle of the video, guys, but like
You might be a part of this with us. I'm using DraftKings right now. Is what I'm looking at.
I'm not big on sports betting, but
I'm not either. But like,
how much can you gonna do me? Sorry, guys. I know this is horribly unprofessional.
all right. So the bet right now, the odds are -110. So basically, what that means, Brett, is that whatever you bet, you have the chance to just under double it if you take the Rams. So, like, if you were to bet $10, you'd win $19. So, let's say you decided to drop a half a stack, $50. You won, your payout would be $95. I don't know that it's worth it in that situation. Here's what's upsetting. The Cardinals -1 is the same odds. I don't understand.
Wait, what?
They're both at -110. So if you were to bet $50 on both of them, you would only lose $5.
Look. We'll get into that later.
We'll go over this later, but Brett and I may be betting on this game.
Don't use us as betting justification, for the love of God. Please. We are not experts. We are 2 idiots with cameras.
But if you are going to use us as justification, this is the game.
This is the game.
We're not encouraging anyone to gamble their money, but if you are going to, that's the motherfucking pick right there.
Pending random injury.
Yeah, pending random injury, the Rams getting points is the pick here, for the record.
Crazy.
Let's move on.
If the Cardinals win this game, I need to relook at the Cardinals. Like something happened on that team and I'm not aware of it.
Facts.
Anyway,
Facts.
The Bengals, who I like, not so much last week, but I normally like them. They're going into Kansas City, face off against the Chiefs.
They're getting 5 points as they go in there.
I'm all for a bounce back game, right? Like you have a bad game, right? Next game, let's reassess. Let's lock in and take care of business. The Chiefs are not the team to have that game with.
I agree.
So I'm taking the Chiefs.
Well, sir, I hate to break it to you, but I agree. I don't think this is the one. I think
it doesn't feel right.
It doesn't.
Don't feel right.
I don't think 5's enough. I don't. I feel like they played really bad. Now, Cincinnati does love to play way better in week 2. But better than Kansas City? Better? No. I'm gonna stick with Kansas City. All right, moving on. The current first place team in the AFC North, Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's something right there.
That's crazy.
That's
Got
something.
fucking Mike Tomlin, bro.
That's something right there.
Fucking Mike Tomlin.
Man.
Heads,
he wins games, bro.
He does.
Wins games.
Statistically.
That's what he do.
Statistically.
Yeah. Statistically, Mike Tomlin wins games.
He also wins them without scoring a single touchdown.
No one said I needed touchdowns to win a game.
I need you to understand
Mike Tomlin
something.
wins games.
I need you to understand something. How did the only team in the AFC North to not score a touchdown also be the only team in the AFC North to win?
It's nuts. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is.
It genuinely doesn't make sense. Just field goals galore. Oh, speaking of field goals, I just want to hark back real quick back to the Dallas game. Mike McCarthy almost sending Aubrey in for a 71-yard field goal is insane. I just want to acknowledge that. I forgot that we did that until just now when we started talking about field goals. The fact that there was almost enough confidence in this kid to kick 71 is fucking ludicrous.
He tied the record, right?
He didn't. He did, but because it was preseason, it doesn't count. But he did, and he had room, which is why they were thinking about it. I just want to acknowledge, don't be surprised if you hear Brandon Aubrey going for like 68, 69, maybe even 70 later this year. I just wanted to hark back to that real quick. Anyway, so the kickoff champions, the field goal galore, Pittsburgh Steelers going into Mile High Stadium. Good news. It's higher elevation. You can kick further. Field goal team's going to be having a fucking field day. They're heading into Denver, and Denver is getting 2.5.
I don't really know what to say about this game.
This game feels like, to me, this game feels like the Buffalo-Miami game for the exact opposite reason. Where it could go either way, but not because the teams are good.
So, my thoughts, I think this is going to come down to defenses.
Okay.
And I think the Steelers' defense might prevail more frequently to give, somebody like Fields a chance to make something happen, to get them in position for a field goal. Like last week. I think this is another one of those games.
I need you to understand, if Pittsburgh wins again without scoring a touchdown again, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Be insane.
First team ever. They'd have to be the first team ever to be 2-0 without scoring a touchdown.
What's the spread?
Denver getting 2.5. Also, real quick, because I didn't watch the Pittsburgh game, do we know why Russ didn't play?
I think he is slightly injured. They don't have the actual injury listed. There was something like they expected him to be good for the game, and then shortly before the game, they determined that he wasn't 100%.
So is he playing now?
Don't know.
Justin Fields set to start for Steelers again with Russell Wilson injury hindering Broncos revenge game. Russell Wilson will likely not get his shot at revenge at Sean Payton and the Broncos. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin told reporters Tuesday that the team is preparing to start Fields in Denver on Sunday. Wilson was hampered by a calf injury. So it looks like they're going to keep rolling with Fields this week. I will say the revenge game thing, not everything's a revenge game. He wasn't in Denver long enough for that to be a revenge game, in my opinion.
Yeah, not really. So
Fields starting makes me feel better about picking Pittsburgh here.
it does, because Fields, I don't think, played horribly.
He didn't.
And he's the kind of guy that, you know, he can see like the pass. Like, he rushed for 57 yards last game. He threw for 156. I mean, he can get you in that realm of getting close for a TD, if not just like last game, kicking some field goals.
I think also on top of that, just to like double down on your point, I think Denver let Seattle run for over 100. I mean, Kenneth Walker ran for 100, and I'm gonna say it now. I think Najee is way better than Walker.
Yeah,
way better. So if they let Walker go for 100, what the fuck is Najee gonna do? And Fields, for that matter. Because it's not like, I'm not trying to discredit Geno, but Geno ain't no breakout runner. Fields can take off.
Yeah. If Fields sees that clear path, he'll go.
And
easy.
You know, and then in terms of offense, you know, Pittsburgh's defense, you know, dealt with the offense of Atlanta, who had Kirk Cousins, Bijan,
quarterback, good running back,
Pitts. So like they had the options. Denver on offense, I can't say that they're as good as Atlanta. Bo Nix was the star of their offense, and he threw 2 picks. I gotta take Pittsburgh here.
I think the more we talk about it, the more
the easier it gets to pick Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just move on. Yeah.
This next game, we have the Bears.
The Bears.
Going into Houston to face off against the Texans. All right. So
you want to know the spread?
No. Okay. I don't need to.
All right.
I don't need to.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
The Texans are going to win this game. I think this game is going to prove bad things for the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yo, it's okay to, you know, maybe you need to give time for a quarterback to develop a little bit. Maybe you need to invest resources more so into making
your other quarterback beforehand. Here's the thing. I think for the second week in a row, Justin Fields outperforms Caleb Williams. And really shows that the Bears made the wrong choice. I think Caleb Williams played like shit. Like absolute shit last week against Tennessee, and he is now going against a better team.
And here's the thing. This isn't a matter of like dislike for Caleb Williams. I don't want to not see him do well. I am a Packers fan, but like I don't just want to randomly see people not do well. This isn't good.
I want people to acknowledge what we're looking at.
I don't know if it had anything to do with coaching schemes. I don't know what specifically might have contributed to him not looking great besides himself, but he didn't look good.
No, he didn't.
Clearly something's going to have to change. I don't think the Texans are the team that we're going to see that change against. The Texans are just great right now. They're really fucking good.
Yeah, I think
Um,
they're working on potentially becoming a top 5 team in the league.
and it seems like every game that we see from them is just slowly
Yep.
pushing them up that ladder.
And
I don't have much more to say on this. You can say the spread just for us, but
for the benefit of our viewers, the spread that we're looking at, according to DraftKings, is +6 to Chicago. It's definitely not enough. Look, if we're being honest, if Tennessee didn't literally throw that game away last week, Chicago would have lost.
yes.
I mean, literally an inexperienced quarterback, not knowing what he's doing, trying to force shit that didn't make any sense directly into a pick six is the only reason Chicago won last week. It was not because of Caleb Williams, and I think he is going to have an even worse day against what is an even better team, and his defense isn't going to be able to bail him out because Houston's offense is so much better than Tennessee's. So
It's also not to take away, like, I know people were giving Caleb Williams some shit. A win is a win for the record.
sure, but
Win
let's not
is
sit
a
here
win.
and act
So,
like
we
he's the
should-
reason they won.
Exactly.
I'm not taking away that they won. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
defense wins games. But
Mhm.
let's not sit here and pretend that Caleb Williams is the second coming. He played like garbage. He had less than 100 yards. He did not play well. And I think in his first big primetime game, no less, this is Sunday Night Football. Spotlights are going to be on. I'm going to tell you this. Caleb Williams better show up more than he did last week on primetime Sunday Night Football, or there's going to be some worries. There's going to be a lot of chirping going on if he doesn't ball out.
Yeah.
But honestly, while we're talking about balling out and not balling out, I feel like Monday night's not going to be that pretty either for somebody, because Monday night we got the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons are getting 6.5.
Think that's enough?
No.
Cool.
I
just want to make sure
like
we're on the same page.
Like, not even remotely.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, and this is coming from a Packers fan. Saquon's back, baby.
Yeah, this is coming from a Cowboys fan. Saquon's back.
Saquon's back.
I'm fucking scared.
Yo, I saw him out there. I was scared. I'm like,
scared.
yo, can somebody tackle this man?
I'm scared.
And look, this is not a Green Bay team that ain't got a defense. This is a Green Bay team that was shutting down Hurts. Couldn't shut down Saquon. Saquon was Saquon was eating the way Zeke used to, bro.
I'm scared. I will say,
shout out Zeke.
Yeah, no disrespect to Zeke. Zeke actually kind of played. He kind of did his thing. He looked like old Zeke.
It was nice seeing him out there. It was weird seeing him wearing 15.
I like it. I like it. I don't know why everybody feels like it's so weird. That was his college number.
It just feels. I'm used to seeing 21 eat, bro. I'm used to seeing him eat.
I get it, but I'm saying he was 15 back in the day too, so I get it.
I didn't watch him back in the day. All right, I watched Zeke feed me.
Hey,
that's what I watched.
Look, here's the thing. Zeke at 21 got fed too much, and 21 got stretched. If he gonna go back to form and he gonna be back to the 15, I'm down for the 15. The 15 Zeke was scary. That's not the point.
Regardless, Eagles taking this.
Agreed.
In my
opinion. The spread's not enough. For the record, sir, we didn't disagree on anything.
I noticed. I did notice that. A little upsetting. I would like to catch up at some point.
Well, we did talk about all I got to do is just pick what you pick, and I'm safe for the rest of the season.
disrespectful.
Um,
I will say, if next week you also pick the same as me, I'ma just start like I'm gonna let you choose, and then I'm gonna pick, and we gonna move on.
that's not fair though, because I picked half of these teams first, and you picked half of these teams first.
I don't give a shit.
I'm not picking them all first. I'm not doing it.
I don't care.
Also, so far, I've been asking on stream. We haven't gotten any comments yet, so we'll bring it up again. We're talking about the loser having to do some kind of punishment of some sort, whatever it may be.
We are. When did that happen?
We talked about that last week.
Oh shit.
So far,
that I'm not the loser. Can we figure that out?
So far, we've gotten 2 suggestions. We haven't solidified anything yet, so if you've got other ideas or you like one of these, let us know in the comments of this video. But so far, the 2 suggestions, Brett, are buying a jersey of the opposing team or the opposing person's choice. So if I win, I pick a jersey you have to buy, and if you win, you pick a jersey I have to buy. And it can be from any team in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
The other suggestion was that the loser has to do has to do coverage of the off season weekly as a video. That sounds awful.
It's just not feasible.
It's not.
Like,
it's not.
It's not. It's not feasible. I do like the idea.
I don't hate it.
I could eat. We should pin that one. Pin that for when we're both in a more stable atmosphere.
Right.
I do like that idea.
That's something for a couple seasons from now. But yeah, so the other one was loser has to buy a jersey of the winner's choice, or the other like caveat to that was loser had to buy a jersey from their biggest rival's team. So for me, it would be buying a Philly jersey, and for you, it would be buying a Chicago,
yeah.
I guess.
That's unfortunate. Fields ain't there.
There no more.
I kind of wanted a Fields jersey, if I'm being honest.
Thanks, bro. I might fuck around and get a Saquon.
I might give me a Saquon jersey.
Just saying.
Who would I get on the you know what? I'd get a St. Brown jersey. That's what I'd do. St. Brown used to be with us. I'd get a St. Brown jersey. That's what I would do. I don't think yet that I would get a Caleb Williams jersey. I don't see myself doing that.
I have no interest yet. We'll see what he does. But anyway, if you have better ideas, other ideas, you like those ideas, let us know. We're open to it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Before we hit that 1 hour mark, I told you all we would try and do these a little bit faster in the beginning. Trim down some of the fat. We did a good job with this. We cut down damn near 20 minutes. So let's end this before we hit that hour mark. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate y'all. Let us know what you guys think about our predictions here, our picks. Let us know who you guys got. And hopefully by the time week 3 rolls around, we got enough right that Brett's not in the negative. Because I'm already in the positive.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And if Brett goes into the positive, that means I'm further in the positive because we did the same thing. See ya! Brett's pissed off. He'll get over it. Later, everybody.